Hello, I'm Teddy from the UK, and welcome to my channel, Teddy in Thailand. I'm retired here in Chiang Mai in northern Thailand. I've been retired 3 months now at the age of 54. I was very clear as a teacher of 28 years what it was I wanted to retire from, and I had definitely reached a point where I was ready to retire because I'd had enough of all of the sort of workplace politics, the constant urgency, the demands, the stress. But as well as being clear what I was retiring from, I knew what I wanted to retire to. So that was just about having a structure about what is a typical day or week going to look like once I no longer have the structure and the routine of my job that I've been used to for all those years. So for me, what I like to do is give myself maybe two things to do each day, and then the rest of the day is just mine to do whatever I want with. So these past couple of days, yesterday, the first thing I did was I went out and I played pickleball. Now, pickleball is a sport that looks a little bit like tennis, but it's generally we always play doubles at the pickleball club. We play outdoors, but you can play indoors. Looks a bit like tennis, but it's a lot less physical, and it's a lot of fun, and it's good for social interaction. So I do that 2-3 times a week. So that was a lot of fun. Later on in the day, I went to the UN Irish pub and I ran into my friend John, and we had a really good conversation. And that's one of the things about living in Chiang Mai. It's very easy to meet people to have a chat to. So we were talking a bit about something I'm really looking forward to. So in a month's time, or less than a month's time, my 2 daughters are going to come to Chiang Mai to visit. So this is the first time anybody has come to Thailand to visit me in the 4 years that I've lived here. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, we were talking about some of the travel experiences that he enjoys and that he and his wife enjoy. Some of the massage places that he and his wife go to. He suggested something that I hadn't even considered. He was talking about maybe taking them for a cooking class, which is a Thai cooking class, which I think is something they'd quite enjoy. So I'm going to give that some thought because that's something I hadn't considered. He also talked about the difference between an elephant sanctuary and an elephant nature reserve, and I think that's something my daughters will really enjoy as well. So on top of the ideas that I've got, the conversation with John just added a few other things. So I enjoyed that. Later in the day, I went to the Pride Festival. So I had a ride around the city looking at the Pride decorations, and also had a look at and also just enjoyed the colourful festivities. I'll show you what all that looked like now. This is Pride celebrations in Chiang Mai in Thailand. We are the Pride Festival. I wouldn't be able to spell it in Thai either. Here you go, more of the Pride celebrations. What's not to like? So that was yesterday. There was other things I did yesterday, but this morning I ran into my other friend Steve, who was having breakfast. He was having his usual porridge and scrambled eggs before going off to the gym. So we had a good old chat about that. But he was telling me that he was quite interested in going to China, knowing that I've lived in China for 2.5 years. So we talked about payment options, and I told him about where to go in Yunnan province, which is in the south of China, which is where he's interested in going to. So it's possible to fly direct from Chiang Mai direct to Kunming, which is the capital of Yunnan province. And yeah, just really enjoyed that. Later on in the day, I was sort of mindful that my 3-month rental of my motorbike ends in basically about a week. So I'm thinking about buying a bike of my own from next month, but I'm looking at options. So I'm only used to driving an automatic scooter, a Honda Click. Those are quite common here in Chiang Mai, and they're quite ideal for city driving. But occasionally I like to take a trip up into the mountains, and I think it really helps if either I had a slightly more powerful bike, which will help me on the downhill stretches. So rather than riding the brakes and holding onto the brakes for too long, which actually can cause the brake fluid to overheat and fail, which actually that happened to me a couple of weeks ago coming down from Monjam. I learned about a different way to ride downhill, which is to allow the throttle to engage the engine so that some engine braking can happen, and then only squeeze the brakes intermittently, just for a few seconds at a time, to slow the bike down. I had a practice yesterday going up. I went up to what's the place called, to Wat Palad, and just had a practice riding like that. So today I went and viewed a couple of bikes. I didn't want to just rely on Facebook Marketplace, which is pretty good. I thought it'd be good to see some bikes actually, some actual bikes in person. But yeah, so I've been exploring a bit today as well, and today I went to Wan Niman just to have a little look around there. It's a very kind of bit bougie, I suppose, but it's nice. It's nice. It's quite classy area. So, am I bored in retirement? Absolutely not. So, hopefully, you can see why. And that's all I've got for you today. And hopefully, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.